Salutations. What's good? What's good? Today's topic is forgot the topic. Hold on, let me get it. If you met yourself, what would you think? What would you think about yourself if you were a different person and you met yourself? Gotta make sure ain't no boogies. No boogies. Especially when I do this number. Anywho, if you were to be another person and you met yourself, what would you think? Actually was somewhat writing a story about it, like writing a script about a similar concept. I don't know if I want to like disclose that. I feel like I always say this, but like sort of like I also like I don't like sharing my ideas because I have a fear of it getting stolen. Sort of like I'ma steal your sort of like a Fashion Nova type of thing, like where like Fashion Nova steals from small creators and then they make like the soulless version of it. Imitated, never duplicated. But it's just one of those things, you know. It's like when you're a creator and people bite off of you, it makes you feel like, damn, what am I even like doing all this hard work for? It's just gonna get like stolen from under my. Hold on, let me lock this. Lock it. It always does this. Okay, I think I locked it. But yeah, energy is a little bit low today. I don't know why, but hopefully the energy will change. It's still like a topic that I want to know, want to explore and stuff. So I don't know. This is just like the day in and day out. Like my energy changes. I'm a very moody person. Sort of like Capricorn is the sister sign of Cancer, and I forget which side real. I think I'm a sidereal Scorpio, but anyway, it's sort of like, I don't know, my mood fluctuates, and I just be like, sometimes I'm like, but I just can't be like that right now. So yeah. What else? Like I said, I always say like I'm gonna come up with topics, but it's sort of like I feel like I'm putting too much into like if I were selling food plates, I feel like I'm putting too much on the plate, you know, to have a topic at first, and then 3 piles, and then the afterward, and then the after one, because I still want to do like the quick message or quick question at the end would be, what is your reputation? Just a cute, quick little question. Yeah. I'm not gonna do no long talking today. Let's just get into part one. I already shuffled. I got all my index cards and I put them into one big stack. I don't know. But today we're starting with the goddess deck, like I used to. Going back to the roots. Damn, I don't got no water. Well, I do. I just don't want to get it. Yeah. Whew. So, part one. If part one were another person and they met themselves or they saw themselves, what kind of image would they see? If Pile 1 were to see themselves, if Pile 1 were to see themselves or meet themselves, so we got pleasure, rage, and reverse, and liberation. Pleasure, rage, liberation. If Pile 1 were to see themselves, if Pile 1 were to see themselves or meet themselves, what would they see? What would they see? One card at a time, please. Pile 1 were to meet themselves. Pile 1 couldn't even answer the question that time. If Pile 1 were to meet themselves, Pile 1 were to meet themselves, what would they see? For characteristics. Yellow. So Pile 1, if you were to meet yourself, if you weren't yourself, and you met yourself, what would you think? This hurt. Get somebody else to do it. You have a very strong energy, very strong, dominating presence. But it seems like you're a person who doesn't mind rocking with you, who doesn't mind just vibing by yourself. I can do bad all by myself. I could take a man if I want to. I could take a man if I want to, but lucky for you, I don't want to. So you really just I feel like I always hear it, but I do what the fuck I want, when the fuck I want. Bitch, don't like me all you want, run up, bitch, you won't. So it's just like, I think people envy, or maybe if you were to see yourself, I mean, I don't know if it's sort of like you have the same consciousness, or if you have a different consciousness, or if you're just a consciousness that knows like, hey, I'm not me right now, but this is me over there. Because it's envy card and not now. You would envy yourself. You would envy the ability to stand up for yourself, the ability to stand with yourself, stand for yourself, but it is you, so it's like you have the same characteristics. There's no reason to be jealous or envious. But envy and jealousy have bad connotations in the first place, but I forget which one is which. But envy and jealousy, I feel like the jealousy is a little bit more, I mean, like, it's sort of, I don't know, it's sort of like, I don't know, envy is somewhat of a confession, and jealousy is sort of an accusation. It's like, when you admire something in someone else, you would say, I envy you. I envy your resilience. I envy your ability to be alone. But jealousy is sort of like someone else telling you, oh, you're just jealous. You're just jealous. Yeah. Desire. There's this model. He's so beautiful. His name is Desi, or I think his YouTube is Desi, aka Desire. His name is Desire, which I think is so beautiful. But it's so funny because I've name dropping so many people. You'll probably be like, she has a type. Yes, I like me a pretty face, but I mean, I'm reminded of him. It's sort of like, I don't know. It's a misconception that guys can't be jealous of girls or girls can't be jealous of guys. Cause I do find myself often, I don't know. It's sort of like, it brings me back to the ending of that sentence is, I do find myself somewhat being envious of men and women alike. Maybe it's because I'm bisexual. I don't know if I've said that before here, but yeah, I don't see exactly all women as competition. I don't exactly see all men as a commodity commodity for me to win. Sometimes it's sort of like, I don't know. I'm in touch with my masculine side, so I don't mind being a bro. I don't mind being bro. It doesn't bother me like I don't know. But yeah, one thing about Desire, I feel like I feel like it makes more sense to call him Desi because that's his nickname. That's how he refers to himself. But he says, "My name is Desi, aka Desire." But yeah, he's a very, very creative person. He's a very, very, I would also say singular. I feel like I was brought to, he's a representative. He's very a singular person. I'm not saying that I would be surprised if he were to get like in a relationship, but you can tell he likes his lifestyle. He likes his career. He likes his hobbies, and he's content with that. And I respect that. I'm getting out of a phase where I feel like I always need to have a muse, have a crush, or something like that as like extra seasoning. Like, my life is flavorful as it is. It doesn't need any extra seasoning. But where was I going with that? Yeah. He's just creative as fuck too. He just does what his gut tells him. Like, he'll do music, he'll do art, he'll do photography, he'll do, you know, fashion, styling, clothes. And this Not Now, that's where I got that. Get somebody else to do it. Yeah, you're not, I mean, what you would notice about yourself is that you're not opposed to saying no. or not now, or maybe later, or something like that. Okay. I'm also hearing the phrase, quick to listen, slow to speak, and slow to anger. And that's where I see this rage in reverse. It's not that you don't have rage, it's not that you don't experience it, but it doesn't control you. Being triggered doesn't control you. Being in oppressive situations doesn't control you, because you find your own liberation. You find your own sense of liberation. Yeah. But again, even if you were to be in a relationship, you still have your own sense of identity. And people are drawn to you. People tell you that they're attracted to you. People pay attention to you. If you were in a room with yourself, you would notice how often or how much attention you're prone to getting. When you're not yourself, you don't notice how much attention you actually get, or how much interest people have in you. Yeah. With this Ace of Pentacles, I'm just hearing that, like, if you were blah blah blah, if you experience this, you're due for financial compensation, blah 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 blah. So maybe you would actually see how valuable the assets, the physical assets that you have, really are, and how those mechanisms can move around. If you were outside of yourself and you saw all the assets that you have, you would probably have more ideas on how to use them, how to mitigate, appraise, and maneuver in a more sophisticated way. I'm gonna draw from this more. Dark side. I don't know why the my yellow cards are like I would say negative. But yeah, and it's like a majority of the cards over here. So I keep hearing, I can tell you're in touch with your feminine side. So maybe you will be able to see like your dark feminine or dark masculine. If anything, you would be able to see how prominent your dark side really is, how incorporated it is into your presence, your aura, your situation. And I don't think that's a bad thing, because if our identity is so tightly woven with how we're perceived and wanting to be perceived in a I don't, it's hard to say, like, it's hard to articulate because you want to identify with your good side all the time, and that's not exactly, it's not realistic. It's not necessary either. Getting some dirty cards. Here in WAP. But yeah. Maybe you would see that you're more sexually arousing than you thought you were. More sexually alluring than you thought you were. More seductive, yeah. More seductive, more Baba to the boom. Baba to the boom. Yeah, more vivacious, more, just more. One more. You're delusional, boy, you're losing your mind. You're delusional, boy, you're losing your mind. What exactly is delusional? I think you would see how I think seeing yourself would, on the outside, will make you feel like you're delusional for succumbing to certain things that you believe. Like, wow, I really thought this about myself, but I was a little bit delusional when I was thinking that. Like, I was delusional when I thought nobody paid attention to me. I was delusional when I thought I don't have value, or I don't have social capital, or I'm not as good as I thought I was. That's delusional thinking, because you are that girl, you are that guy. You are exactly who you think you are. And I hope what you think is the highest and aligned with the God Almighty. But you're not delusional for thinking you're that bitch. I'm that bitch. You're not delusional for thinking that, okay? You are aligned with the truth, if that is what you think. Alright. I shall go to part 2. If you want to catch more messages, I will go to the end and check out what is your reputation. Alright, part 2. Part 2. Still part 2. I'm start with these cards. I need to shuffle a little bit. So, part 2. If you were to meet yourself, if you were someone else, or if you were maybe a clone, if you were a clone that lost their memory, or if you were a fly on the wall, don't you wish that you could be a fly on the wall? A creepy little, sneaky little fly on the wall. All my little secrets, yeah, you know them all. Don't you wish that fly on the wall? A little communication. A little he said, she said. You know what I wanna say is, don't you wish that you could be a fly on the wall? I could be little sneaky little. All my little secrets, yeah, you know them all. Don't you wish that you could be a fly on the wall? So yeah, if you were a fly on the wall and you saw yourself living your life, shining, 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 shining. All this winning, I've been losing my mind. Oh no, don't try to slow me down. Oh no, don't try to slow me down. Slow me down. I'm on the top of the wall. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Say yeah, yeah, yeah. Everything wrong, yeah, yeah, yeah. Look so clean. But money don't make me. Oh, I didn't look in the book for the last ones, but I think I need to look in the book for this one. Money don't make me happy. The fella don't make me fancy. Smiling for a whole nother reason. South signs to all through seasons. Shining, 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 yeah. All of this when I've been losing my mind. Let's start with 4. This card came out. I just shuffled. The card came out in pile 1. Yeah, I think you will also relate to pile 1. Yo, I feel like I always gotta pee. Sorry if that's TMI. But I literally just went to the bathroom and I already gotta be in. I have a small bladder, like I think it runs in the family, like I don't know. Anywho. Now that you've known me a little bit better. Let's jump right in. So if you were to meet yourself, if you were to be in the same room with yourself, I don't want to I don't know if you watch Power 1, because I feel like I'm going to say some similar things. I also feel some things are also different. You would see how successful you are. It feels so good to be so young and have this fun and be successful. I'm so successful. We built this shit. Brick by brick. I'll be damned if I let a motherfucker. Just cause you don't like the way he talk. And I also heard, we're gonna build this city on Rocky Road. We're gonna build this city. Okay, for number 36, Queen of Sheba, secrets revealed. Open your eyes. Secrets are being revealed. It is okay for you to see the truth. Your inner vision is crystal clear. Amen. That's literally what I just got finished saying for Power One. Like, I don't want to keep saying this, but yeah. You don't know what you don't know. Your creator, ancestors, angels, spirits, and ascended masters are whispering to you. This is divine intelligence. Pay close attention. There are things you do not let yourself see. Allow yourself to be guided. Choose your own path. Goddess declaration, I am connected to the divine. In the Bible, the wealthy Queen of Sheba brings a caravan of gifts to King Solomon. The Ethiopian holy book reveals that she was their queen, Makeda, and that together they sired King Menelik I. So you have gifts to bring. You have assets that are very valuable and very sought after. And this may be a secret to you. Everybody else sees it, but it's not relevant, or it's not apparent to you that this goes on. 32, you were born to shine, be seen, be heard, be a movement. We need to know your name. We want to learn your dance. Daring to rise and shine starts with the courage to be seen and heard. Your story matters and someone needs to hear it. Fear of shining brightly keeps you in the shadows, hiding and shrinking. There's no way to claim your voice and avoid rejection, criticism, and judgment. But you're not for everybody. If everybody likes you, you're not really being you. I am ready to be seen and be heard. So if you were to see yourself maybe through other people's eyes, and maybe in a different perspective, but you would see how curious people are to know you, how curious, getting to know you, getting to know all about you, getting to like you, getting to hope you like me, getting to know you. But you would see how your actions distance yourself from other people, and other people may not exactly like that. Maybe you would see how your dark side is controlling the situation. How your fears, how your shadows are preventing you. Because one thing about like the dark side and the light side, your shadow is there to protect you. But if you have unhelpful thought processes, unhelpful to the goal that you're seeing within your mind's eye, and that you're trying to manifest within the physical, but you have self-limiting thoughts that hinder you, you would see how that affects how your actions affect the end result. Because people want to draw near to you, people want to know you, people want to experience your energy, your presence, your love, your caring energy. They want to experience your intellect, your perspective, your insight on whatever. They're curious, they're intrigued by you. You leave them in suspense. You leave them wanting more, which is not always a bad thing, but sometimes it might be. Because what's the point of being magnetic and drawing people towards you just to push them away initially? Because they do feel your absence. They feel your withdrawal. They feel your rejection. And I wouldn't say it's not exactly necessary for them to experience that, but if you were to understand how much it affects them, you probably wouldn't do the things that you do if you really saw the effect that it has on other people. But if you believe that you don't have that much impact, that people aren't curious about you, that people don't care, of course you wouldn't think that you not talking to someone is a big deal, but to them it's sort of a shunning. It feels like you're shunning them. That's what they feel like. But to you it's sort of like, oh, they wouldn't want to talk to me, or oh, I have nothing to offer them, or oh, this and that. Whatever self-limiting belief that you have that pushes you towards these actions, they don't actually serve you. You are meant to commune with people. You're meant to commune with people, and fellowship, and build relationships. That is justice. That is true. I'm not saying that you're always wrong for doing this though, because sometimes your discernment is pushing you to distance yourself from certain people because they are corrupted, because they are, or they would slow down your energy in some aspects. So I'm not saying you're always wrong, but if you're wanting to push towards a reality where maybe you want to be more popular, but you feel like you have to earn that somehow. Let's see. I mean, how I was saying before, it feels so good to be so young and have this fun and be successful. If you saw yourself, you would see like, damn, this person puts in that work. This person has a business mindset, and they know how to utilize that. They know how to navigate through social circles. And I think that's also another thing that's hindering you, because if you only see relationships as transactional through business, then that's how you'll also treat friendships, familyships, relationships, romantic, platonic. I think you have to be more willing to enmesh, not merge. You don't have to merge souls. One thing that I heard is like, when people have dynamics, if one person is a white, that sounds racist. If one person, but visually, if one person is white and one person is black, they don't have to merge together and become gray. You can be like a checkerboard, and the dichotomy of the different lines, they complement each other, they accompany each other, but they don't enmesh, you know? So allow yourself to be in a dynamic where there is dichotomy and you do complement each other, but you don't have to merge. You don't have to intersect your energies. You don't have to change your energetic signature, your energy signature, but you can integrate, can weave like a braid. Weave. Yeah, I went for this last time. Any last messages? This also came out last time. I don't know. Yeah. Cookie Monster and Wet came out last time. I don't want to say you lack empathy in general, but I'm going back to that situation where how you reject people or you keep them at a distance, but you don't really exactly see things from their perspective. And I'm not saying that you have to live for other people or live like you have to always consider other people's emotions over your own, but don't self-sabotage your relationships. Don't believe that other people cannot benefit from your presence. Maybe you're lacking empathy for yourself, because that would lead to loneliness, and honestly, loneliness can get you in some very, very difficult predicaments, because I don't know, you're more prone to seeking validation in other ways that maybe you don't acknowledge, or whenever some things, I think you're just more susceptible to traps if you are lonely, or you're more susceptible to accept less than what's owed to you, because you're just getting off of, this is good for the moment. I'll just take this. I'll take it. Shit, I'll take it. Yeah, you're more prone to clinging on to other things that probably wouldn't serve you. Yeah, snakes. Me amor. This is how God sees you. This is how, I think, you're the apple of my eye. You are the people's princess. You are America's sweetheart. And I think it's time for you to see that. See the truth. See the truth. This is the truth. Because I was doing research on my name, because my name is Brianne K. Davis. And Davis is like the son, the son of David. And David is, or he was remembered as the man after God's own heart. And that made him very favored. That made him very beloved. I'm also hearing the phrase, the Lord giveth his beloved sweet sleep. But yeah. Blessed, blessed. Blessed be the name of the Lord. Blessed be the name Blessed be the name of the Lord. Blessed be the glorious name. Gives and takes away. He gives and takes away. A heart will choose to say, oh, blessed be your name. Blessed be the name of the Lord. Blessed be the name. Let's see if I can get a pink one. Blessed be the name of the Lord. Blessed be the glorious name. Honor. Honor. There's a saying in my mom's book. It's sort of like, you honor me. It's sort of like a salute, that when someone says one thing, you say the other. So it's like, if you say, you honor me, the other person says, I'm honored by you. So other people are honored by your presence, and not in like a high and mighty type of thing, but it's sort of like, because you do have these mechanisms, it's a little bit more valuable when you do, once they succumb to your own I don't know, desires, your urges to be seen, be known, be experienced, be loved, be honored by and honored for. So I have for you pile 2. We're gonna move on to pile 3. Blessed be the glorious name. Give and take away. Alrighty, pile 3. Pile 3, pile 3, pile 3. If you were to meet yourself, or if you were to see yourself, experience yourself, what kind of things would be revealed to you? What kind of things would be revealed to you? One at a time, please. One at a time. What kind of things would be revealed to you? If you were to see yourself, for pile 3, if you were to see yourself one at a time, if you were to see yourself pile 3 were to see themselves, what kind of things will be revealed to them? Blessings and glory and honor will be. Blessings and glory, honor and glory. to say how, I wouldn't exactly say contradictory, but your energies oppose each other in some way. Maybe you have heavy aspects of both, heavy masculine and feminine. Like maybe they go toe to toe, neck and neck. But your walk is fierce. You have a very specific walk. How Beyonce would say, we walk a certain way, we talk, we paint. But you have a very unique walk. Very, maybe seductive, maybe alluring. And people like to experience you walking into the room. You would see what kind of reactions would you get when you walk into the room. Maybe awe, maybe jealousy or envy, maybe excitement, maybe curiosity. Maybe I saw like proposition. Maybe you will see how people try to get at you. You have a sort of authority, a sort of heavyweight champ. Me, but I couldn't do it all alone. We. So maybe you would see how godly you are. Rock that all white when I'm feeling godly. Try me. You the whole motherfucker find me. And I ain't playing with nobody. Fuck around and I'ma catch your body. Man, 40. Turn the bitch to some macaroni. Anything I want it. Yeah. And I'm also hearing flow. There's a reason why I walk like this. It's on the side with the sway in my hands. Every night you got me wanting more of it. But yeah, you just walk around like you know that you're protected, like you know that God is on your side. You know, like you have like a dependence, assuredness, on leaning on the Lord, on leaning on your spirit team, on leaning on your higher self, on leaning on yourself. I heard the phrase from Lunar Light Tarot, a bird doesn't fly on a branch and expect the branch to hold them up. If the branch breaks, the bird is just gonna fly away. So you just have a knowing that whatever comes your way, you'll be able to conquer it. You'll be able to withstand it. And that's another thing that I'm seeing. Maybe you're in a season right now where maybe you just came out of a stagnant situation, or you're in a stagnant situation currently, but you're still not bogged down by it. You have a knowing that one way or another, the layer is going to shed and you'll have new skin. It's sort of like, I'm seeing So I'm a Spider, So What? How she's always like, oh, I'm about to die, I'm weak, I'm this and that, and then she's like, I'm gonna give up when psych. Like she always like has that moments where it's like, dang, I see how fucked up this shit is. This shit is fucked up. But what am I gonna do? Give up? Like, what am I gonna do? Like, what else would I do except go? Sorry, I had to take this charger off. But what else would I do but stand up for myself, find a way to get about that shit? And you're a person baby, I've been running out the night, diamonds under my eyes, oh, my outfit so nice, can see the heartbeat tonight. I don't think that's even the song that I want to sing. Oh yeah. When my world shakes, you'll never see. When my heart breaks, I don't play it. I could dance. Dance the night away. My heart could be burning, but you won't see it on my face. Watch me dance the night away. But you won't see it on my face. Yeah. You could be going through it, but you wouldn't let other people know. And not in a way that it's like, oh, I don't want y'all to know, but it's sort of like, I have this knowing that like, I will get through it. I will get through it. And I will step regardless. I will step. Dance the night away. So maybe you like to dance, you may like to move your body. Move your body from left to right. Baby, be lost in time. I am yours now, you are mine forever, baby. You let the power of love lead you, whether it's self-love, whether it's love for the Lord, whether it's love for life, love for the game, love of money, love of accomplishing. It's like you're a person who, like, you're climbing Mount Everest, and I would say self-inflicting, like, damn, self-inflicting, because it's sort of like, I've lived 2 comfortable homes. Like, the first time I came to LA, I just packed up my shit and came. And then my cousin said I could stay with her. And then I stayed with her for a while, and then I was like, nah, fuck that. I'm gonna just go off and be on my own again. It may be hard, and it may not be the easiest thing to do, but it's what I want to do to get the results that I want in the end. So you're a person who thinks from the end. Like, you're playing the long game, you're playing the end game. That, yeah, maybe this isn't the best thing to do, like, for the me right now, but I have the discipline to build for whatever I want in the future. And that's the kind of mentality that you have. And that would be, you would see that more on the surface if you were to be, step up, go for it, partner with the divine to make brazen choices, and everything meant to diminish you will elevate you. All who mean you harm will fall away. Your hurdles are illusions because you are plugged into the source. Make the brazen decision. What do you dare to do if you knew you couldn't fail? It is brazen to be unapologetically you. It is brazen to speak up for someone not in the room. It is brazen to choose a different spiritual path or career than your community. It is brazen to build your own family your way. Goddess force energy is brazen. I am brave, bold, shameless, and brazen. And that's part where it's brazen to speak up for someone who's not in the room. You have integrity. You would be the person who would say, because I'm seeing, like, I watch a lot of, like, I read a lot of manga or manhwa, and one trope is like I read a lot of villainous ones where people spread rumors, and sometimes there are like anomalies where it's like rumors, all the rumors are true, rumors in society, and then there's always this one guy that's like, I don't listen to rumors, I go off of what I see for myself. Because other people can spread rumors, other people can do whatever they want in order to diminish somebody else if they really wanted to. But you're a person who stands up for other people. You stand up for yourself. You stand up for what's right, the truth. And if you're like, hey, I don't know this to be true, this is all speculation, this is all alleged, I'm not gonna do anything based off things that aren't based off hardcore truth and things that I've seen with my own eyes. My throat chakra growing out. But yeah, you have the world in your hands. You would see how easy people are enchanted by you, how charming you are, or how much people are charmed by you. Yeah, you're all that in a bag of chips. You're the whole package. You're the 54 pack of chips, baby. Let me see. Any last messages? Wreck-It Ralph. Wreck-It Ralph. I'm trying to think about the storyline. Wreck-It Ralph. I don't remember. But it's sort of like the game Wreck-It Ralph. And Donkey Kong. It's on like Donkey Kong. It is on like Donkey Kong. But yeah, your obstacles only elevate you. How Wreck-It Ralph was the foil, or Wreck-It Ralph and Fix-It Felix are foils of each other. What does that mean? This is from How To. But pleasure. How people be saying my pleasure at Chick-fil-A. My pleasure is my pleasure. Thank you, my pleasure. It's a pleasure to serve you. It's a pleasure and an honor. And I hear that song again. Blessings and glory and honor and glory. Blessings and glory, honor and glory. I don't remember. Stare. If you were outside of yourself, you would see how much people actually stare at you, how much people look at you with lustful eyes. Lustful eyes. So maybe you sexy, you sexier than you think you is. I mean, I don't know if that's flattering to you. I'm not exactly a person who just is so happy off like sexual energy. It's actually a little bit insulting to me, I'm not gonna lie. It's sort of like, I don't know, like, what, do you think I'm easy? Or it's sort of like, what, is that the only thing that you want me for? Is that the only reason that I'm desirable to you? Pile 3 is done. Right now we're in the quick question. What is your reputation? But I'm still talking, so I'll let you keep talking. But yeah, I mean, it's not like I don't exactly, like, I don't know how people always say, like, if flirting, like, if an ugly guy flirted with you is harassment, but if he was fine, then, you know, then it's like, ooh. But it's sort of like, I'm at that point where even fine people who like come on to me and all they want is like just sex, like, it's not flattering to me, because I'm a person that believes that sex is only good when you actually connect and you kind of like, it's like, I don't know, I don't like disposable relationships. It's not like, you know, I don't like just, it's not like a vape to me. It's not like, oh, I'll use this vape for a while, but after it's all sucked up, I'm done with it. Like, that's just not my gig. It's just not my cup of tea. Yeah. Just not my cup of tea. But we'll do just a mini spread. We'll just do goddess card and 3 cards. 4. I don't give a damn about my reputation. Living in the past is a new generation. I don't know, guys. I'm gonna talk as if it's a bajillion people I'm talking to. I'm talking to a bajillion people. But I don't want my topics to get too repetitive. I do want, like, this is also for me. Like, I want to learn, like, new aspects, new perspectives and stuff. So, I mean, I'm always praying, looking for new, like, topics and stuff. But, you know, I want to stay excited. I want to stay curious. I also want a new deck. That's also why I keep switching up, like, my spread and how I do my spread. Because I feel like I've done it all. God damn, he was hauling ass. Mr. Haystack Transporter, like, do the horses really need the hay that quickly? Like, I don't know. Did they need it that bad? They ain't got no hay at the house? I don't know. So, for my collective, what is your reputation? Reputation. Yeah, I'm about to give me something to eat. I'm hungry. But I kind of fell off. It's sort of like I always go to the gym, but it's like my food. Like, you just gotta eat right all the time. And sometimes I just want some fried chicken and fries. Then you all slow in the gym, and then you like, I don't want to go to the gym. But then you go to the gym. But it's sort of like when you eating right, your body's just more lean. It's not like fluffy. And that's the thing, because like my abs are always there. My that's the main thing I focus on is abs. But it's sort of like, it's not, the stomach don't be flat, and it's not as defined. Anyway. But yeah, I'm just thinking about it because I saw this girl. You can tell she be in the gym. Like, when you know girls be in the gym when they use like their muscles as like accessories. Like they chronically in crop tops. I'll be in a crop top regardless. You're gonna see this tummy like regardless, but you know, 2 more cars. Not gonna take reversals right now. What is pile? What is my collective's reputation? Hmm. I want it, I want it, I want it. Excuse me. The fame, the fortune, and more. I want it all. I want the world. So maybe your reputation is that you want everything. You want it all. Maybe you want the car, the career, the man, woman, person. You want the relationship. Maybe you want the picket fence. But on the flip side, you want that, or on the other side of the coin, you want that single life. You want the vacations. You want the hottest clothes. You want, I would say, the hottest reputation, but you want to elevate within society or within your social ladder. And you have foresight. You have a third sight that allows you to see the future, and align with it. But I'm seeing this, like, although you know what you want and that you're going to get it, maybe you have anxiety about how it's going to happen or how, and that could lead to the destruction of the progress that you're making. So this is remind me of how to because you do have the offerings, you do have the judgment is right. Your judgment is right to think that you are on the path paved by the divine to the blessings that you're wanting. 444. And you are willing to live boldly and move boldly to go get that. But there is some kind of doubt. There is some kind of limit. There is, like, it's like a leash. It's like a dog on a leash. It's like a dog on a leash, and that's sort of like your reputation, is that maybe you're tied to some kind of organization or something like that, but it's like, dang, when this person is released from whatever it is that is holding them back, boom, it's going to be instant. It's going to be like light speed. light speed ahead is going to be like gunpowder. Bam, pow, 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 when this person is off their leash. What exactly is their leash? Maybe aligning yourself with the wrong people. Maybe that's the leash. Aligning yourself with, I keep hearing the wrong organization, but aligning yourself with people who have mind concepts, and maybe they rub off on you. And maybe the anxiety you're feeling, maybe you're mistaking that for chemistry. People always say like the butterflies, like if you feel butterflies with someone, maybe that is actually a bad sign and not a good sign. So maybe you're misinterpreting the signs that you're getting. Misinterpreting the signs. And they're blocking your chakras. Let's see. Express yourself. You have something to say. Share your voice and magic. Express your you-ness. The way you express yourself won't make everyone happy. That's okay. You're not meant to. Living out loud and self-expression looks different for everyone. For outgoing extroverts, self-expression may mean dancing on tables and screaming your points of view. Introverts may speak out their ways and save their latter parts of personality for their loved ones. Yasigi has the reputation of being a free-spirited party goddess. For the Dogon people of Mali, she was the first Yasigi. The Yasigis are women empowered to participate in mass dances. So maybe you also have a reputation of being a free-spirited party god or goddess. You're not afraid to live out loud. You're not afraid of karma. You're not afraid of divine judgment. Because you know that you're on the right side of history. I would just say, vet people a little bit more. Evaluate how you feel after you talk to someone. Evaluate how you feel when they make certain comments. Because maybe some things are going over your head and you don't exactly realize certain things. But just take a step back and look at it from a different perspective. And maybe that will also give you some guidance. Peace. Oh, wait, shit. Trying to stop it at 9:35, okay. 45. Oh my god. My phone won't turn off.